falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. On play action, now Brady. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
He's not going to get me. Mike's back forward, Mike's back forward. Mike's back forward.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they can't bring him down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And that will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they...
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. 7 yards the pick up there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Oliver. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Doug Costin busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Brady.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Brady to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Brady. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Second and 3 at the 27-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Sheds off the tackle. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
From the 39, Brady swings this out for Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd. level.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
At the 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Doug Costin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Brady. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady now on 1st down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Here's Oliver. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Brady. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Throwing on first down is Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big play that time on a catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Jackson. Open man is Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Man open left side is Brown. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a timeout coming in here defensively.
as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's third down and goal to go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Tucker's kick is good. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to...
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So that, a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately, that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers.